Hello guys, my name is TimGot, and today I'll be doing a T-62A review. This tank is a tier 10 Russian Meduim tank, and this tank is probably one of the best tanks out there. Why do you ask? Well, the first thing it has is mobility. Mobility is really needed for a medium tank. You cannot go without mobility on a medium tank. Just take a look at the Super Pershing. That tank is a medium tank, but then again, it's not really a medium tank because you cannot flank, you cannot circle, you cannot do those things because you're way too slow. But this tank does not have that problem. The mobility is really good. Second thing, DPM. DPM is amazing. DPM is really needed. You can have alpha. Some people like alpha, but I like DPM. Why? Well, if you miss with alpha, you need to reload for a long time. If you miss with DPM, you're gonna reload for a couple of seconds, and then you can shoot again. Like look at the Comets or the Cromwell. Like some people like playing the KV2. I completely understand that. You have great alpha, you can one-shot some tier 6 tanks, but then again, if you miss, and a Cromwell like saw you miss somebody, it will just go straight for you, put a lot of shots in you, probably kill you before you are reloaded. So for me, DPM is just better than alpha. I'm not sure what you guys think about that. Do you guys think alpha is better than DPM? For me DPM works just better because if I miss one shot, I can at least reload in 5 seconds and shoot again. With alpha, if I miss, I'm pretty much fucked from there, you know. That's why I don't really enjoy alpha that much. And the third thing that is really good about this tank is the armor. The armor is outstanding for a medium tank, and I'm not lying. The armor is amazing. The third armor is really good. The whole armor isn't that great, but then again, most tier 10 medium tanks don't really have much armor, and you don't really need much armor because most of the people know how to pen you. Like E50M has great whole armor. It can side sweep like a beast, but then again, it has no turret armor. So people, if they smart, they will just shoot you in a turret. So it means having whole armor is not needed. It's pretty much the same concept as having a Waffentrager. You have great hull, but nobody's gonna shoot you down there because it's gonna be stupid when you can shoot in the turret and do full damage. You know, you're gonna probably bounce the hull in the first place. So if you know where to shoot the medium tanks, you're not gonna have a problem. So having 100 millimeters of armor in the hull is pretty good because you can bounce some shots, but most of the time you will get penned there. But on the other hand, the turret is pretty much unpennable. You can pen the top here, you can pen of course the sides and the back, but if you're facing frontal, your enemy is going to have a hard time penning you. But yeah, let's go over the stats. So, this tank has 1,950 hit points. Pretty damn amazing for a medium tank. It's not too low, but it's not too high. It's pretty much average. It weighs 37 tons, pretty good weight. The Object 140 weighs 36, and the Object 430 35. So the T-62A actually weighs the most of the Russian brothers in the tier 10, as you can see, tier 10 medium tanks. And also, guys, what do you guys think? Which tank is the best? Like, you have 3 options. Which tank do you think the best? Because some people find the Object 140 the best, but I don't know. At first, I unlocked the Object 140 first, and I bought it first. But then I bought the T-62A, and oh my god, I'm really enjoying the T-62A more than the Object 140. I don't know why, but I'm just having more fun. Object 430, not really enjoying that tank. It's a weird tank. I'm not used to it. The playstyle is weird. It's a wasabi tank. It's very green. I don't understand that. That's really weird compared to every other tank. But yeah, I don't know. I'm still trying to get at least an ace tanker that tank, but it's pretty damn hard. So the engine power, 580, more than enough for this weight. You don't need more than that. Your speed limit is 50. Pretty good. I would rather have like 60 or 55, like the Object 140 has. It has 55 speed limit, but 50 is still pretty damn fast. Your traverse speed is 56, and that is pretty damn good. I think that's the fastest traverse speed, yeah, of the Russian tanks, as you can see. And I'm not sure about the other tanks, but 56 is pretty damn high. The whole armor, like I said, it's not much, but it works at some points. Side armor, nothing. rear armor, nothing, because that's usually how tanks work. They usually have frontal armor, but no side or rear armor. The turret armor is 240 in the front, 161 in the side, and 65 in the back. But yeah, let's go and take a look into more detail in Tank Inspector. So here is the Tank Inspector. As you can see, the tank doesn't really have much hull armor. Like I said before, it has some hull armor. You can bounce some shots at some points, but most of the time it will get pinned, as you can see. You can try side scraping. At some points it does work, as you can see. You can bounce some shots, but not a lot of them. Turret armor, like I said before, great turret armor. If you see this tank, do not shoot it in the turret because you're gonna have a hard time penning it. You cannot really pen it in much ways here. You can pen it on top of here, as you can see, but that again, that is so hard to hit that little spot. The Commander's Edge, you can hit that, but it's 250, so you need to have around 260 pen to actually pen that. So yeah, the turret is very good. So with other words, if you can get this tank into a hold down position where you have enough gun impression and you can just stay there, use that spot and try to use that spot more often, because you're gonna have a great time doing that. Gun impression, Russian tank, it doesn't really have that much, as you can see. That is pretty much it on the gun impression part. The gun elevation is of course a bit more. It's pretty damn good for a Russian tank. It isn't too bad. But yeah, that's pretty much the armor. Also guys, watch out for Ichi shots in the back. 45, that's not much armor. If people have shots in the back, they will just shoot you. If they're smart, they will use Ichi. So watch out for that. Don't let that happen. But then again, you have 56 reverse speed, so if you let them have your back, then you're just stupid. As simple as that. Like, you should be able to just turn around and have no problems facing your frontal armor to them. But yeah, that's pretty much the armor on this tank. Let's go back over to the garage. So that was the armor on the tank. Pretty good armor on the turret, not much on the hull, like I said before, but it works most of the time if you know how to use your armor. So, next thing, the gun. The amazing DPM gun. The 100mm U8TC, whatever that is. 9 rounds per minute. Pretty damn good. 264 pen means you can pretty much pen everybody at tier 10. You're gonna have problems with the mouse, E3, E100s at some points, but most of the time you can just have a couple of heat shots, which you, like I have, only got 5, not more than that, not more needed than that. 5 shots. If I pen all of them into a tier 10 that has a lot of armor, I'm gonna do around 1.5k damage. Means the tier 10 is not gonna play that aggressive anymore. It means he's gonna be scared, or means I can push up on him and just circle him. So yeah, I only have 5 heats, not more than that. There's no need for more than that, really, because I sometimes see people spamming gold. Like, there is no need to, but of course, it's your choice, so do whatever you want with your money. I don't really care. Accuracy or dispersion, 0.34, means you can be a pretty damn good sniper most of the time. It's not the best accuracy or dispersion, but it's pretty damn good. The aiming time is 2 seconds. That's really good for a medium tank. You don't really need more than that. That's why I don't use an engaged gun lane drive. I'm only using a vertical stabilizer, gun rammer, and fence. An engaged gun lane drive will be pretty much overkill. It really is not needed. But yeah, that's pretty much probably the best setup you can have. You can probably change the fence to coated optics if you like the coated optics more, but I like having amazing real time. That's why I have fence on this tank. As you can see, yeah, the real time is around 5.5 seconds, so it's really good. Turret reverse speed is 48 plus your 56 reverse speed. Yeah, with other words, you're not gonna have a problem keeping up with enemies. Your free range is 417, and your single range is 926. That's actually a lot of single range. But yeah, that's pretty much the tank. Also guys, if you are more experienced, I'm not using 6 cents. Like, you're thinking like, Tim, why the fuck are you not using that? Well, I went retard mode. So I don't really have Sixth Sense, and all the games that I played with this tank it's all without Sixth Sense. And to be completely honest, I'm doing pretty good so far without Sixth Sense. I will be retraining the repair skill to Sixth Sense later on in the future, but for now I'm gonna keep it as it is, and it works for me like this. I really like the crew skills that I got right now. But yeah, that's pretty much the tank. I have 3 replays ready, so let's go over to the first one. So here is the first replay, sent in by King Joshi Luca. Also guys, if you want to send a replay, I will leave an email in the description below. If you have an amazing game, or an ace tank, or just something completely epic like 10k damage or whatever, you can send that to me, and if you have 12k damage or 10k damage, you'll probably get a feature. No, don't worry, because that's pretty damn amazing. So, King Joshi taking the usual scout route, but he's taking it with his medium tank. This spot works most of the time if you know how to actually use it. The AMX has no idea how to use it, as you guys just saw there. He got wrecked completely. But yeah, on this map, I usually go into the city. I don't really like being in the middle. For me, from my experience, it's too exposed. Too many tanks can shoot you from too many directions, and I just don't like that. So I usually go city, push down here somewhere, or down there, wherever I can. And wow, what a sneaky shot there. Already 904 damage, doing good so far. Team split up is also pretty good. Too much people on the right side. There is not really needed to have so many tanks on the right side. 3 or 2 tanks, 3 or 2 TDs will be more than enough. Waffle Tracker gets spotted, gets a shot into his face. And yeah, also guys, I unlocked the Waffle Tracker today. We'll be behind that soon. By soon, I mean probably in a couple of weeks, because I don't really like grinding money. Grinding money is pretty damn boring, so I will try to get it as fast as I can. But then again, I will probably not have like fun time playing the Waffle Tracker. Why? Well, as you guys know, I like playing tanks aggressive, and with the Waffle Tracker, that is not really possible. So I will probably have a bad time playing with that tank. And that's a little shot there into Eastern U5. And yeah, so far he is using his position perfectly. Like, I don't know, I just don't like this position. Like, every time I see a gameplay where people just go this position and get amazing games, every time I try, I just fucking fail and do like 300 damage. So the reason why I never go here is pretty much that. Like, I don't know, I just don't like it. It doesn't work like it works for other people. So Josh, he's starting to push up a little bit further. Spots the Yak Dagger. He pays for it though, sadly. 635 damage into his face. Aims for him, tracks him. And now hopefully the team can actually do something against the Yak Dagger. He bounced the shot. I'm not sure if it was from the Yak Dagger or from something else. Probably the Yak Dagger. Shoots again into the spot where he was in, and then he gets killed by not sure. Oh, he gets killed by King Joshi. Wow. Okay, this replay is a little bug, but okay, all is good. All is good. So Waffle Tracker, Tiger 2, M48 Patton, E75, T-57, a lot of tanks in the city, a Type 61 in the middle. Joshi can easily take him without any problems. He aims for the 103, but he gets spotted. He gets spotted by the Type 61, and he's just hiding behind the rock at this point. Saying to the team, there's a guy right there, but then again, the team cannot really do much because there's only one guy in your back, and that's pretty much it for you. 1-3, each on your 5 gets spotted. 1-3, the side of his turret. Little sneaky shot there, beautiful shot. 1-3 did not see that one coming, and as I said, like every time I try to go this way, I never get this kind of games. Nice shot into the cupola of the Type 61, and at this point, he isn't playing too aggressive. Puts a shot into the house. He had a lot of shots there, but sadly he shot too soon, and it just completely misses. Does a snapshot on the Type 61 and hits him. Really nice shot there. He's back with the Eastern U5, I mean the side. Puts a shot into him as well, and 10 shots, 3,200 damage. He is doing pretty good so far. And yeah, at this point, he still has shots in city area. 103, aims for the top, but sadly completely misses. And now the enemies are actually returning shots, and you really do not want to see that happening. At this point, Joshi is pushing on the Type 61 that was spotted here recently. E4 out of nowhere. He goes straight for the tracks, gets shot by something in his back that only does 300 damage. He bounces the E4. Why? Well, he angled, and at that angle, he's gonna have a hard time penning a T-62A from there, really. It's gonna be pretty damn hard. And King, or Joshi, he knows the real time of the E4, and he knows he can play aggressive against him. Puts 2 nice, juicy shots into the E4, and falls completely back again. Also, a very good thing that you need to have is, or need to know, like, as much tanks as you play, like, as more tanks as you play, as more things you will know about the tanks, like the E4, I know for a fact that tank has 17 seconds real time, or 16, meaning Joshi can probably put 2-3 shots into him and then fall back without receiving 1. So having those advantages can really help you out, really. E75 in the side, nice little shot there, 4k damage so far, doing great. The enemy team is going straight for the cap only. Not sure why. It's an encounter, but yeah, like, doesn't mean you need to go straight for the cap, you know. E75 as well, pretty much full HP, 1k HP left. Doesn't really have a shot on him. Aims for his lower plate, but at that angle he's probably gonna bounce him. Yeah, there we go. Aims for E75, that is not looking at him, and he cannot really pen him from this angle. And yeah, his shots are like he only has 22 shots left, and that kind of sucks. But again, with those 22 shots, with 10 shots, you can do 3,000 damage. So he can still do a lot of damage here. But then again, he's only 1,000 HP, means 2 big shots into him, and he's pretty much out. And now he's going straight for the flank. Puts a nice shot into the E50M. E50M does not realize it and pays for it. Nice 8 as well, has no idea what's going on. E4, same thing. E4 realized, but he's pretty much still late. He's a 1-shot now, means he cannot go out and take a shot. E4 is going straight for it, but he's gonna die. Little sneaky flank there, but it worked out great for him. Gets shot from the back, probably by the M48 pattern, because M48 pattern can do that amount of damage. As well as shot from the IS-8. Now he's a 1-shot, means he cannot play aggressive. Kills the IS-8, and now he is just waiting to get outspotted again, because he does not want to die. 6,000 damage, 20 shots. M48 pattern shoots, but sadly does not hit Joshi. And yes, you can see the team looks like they're gonna win from the cap, and we do not want that, do we? I hate cap wins. Cap wins are pretty much as the lowest you can go. And Joshi, actually not Joshi, somebody else decaps in time. And he gets away with this, and that, wow, I'm actually surprised that he just went through here, he shot, and he got away with that. That's really weird. He's side-scraping, aiming for the Waffle Tracker, bounce the Waffle Tracker. As I said before, and it's in the Tank Inspector, you can side-scrape, you can bounce some shots, but not always. M48 pattern, a 1-shot, he's aiming for him. He almost has 7,000 damage at this point. He's played an amazing game so far. He has been very helpful for his team. Waffle Tracker shot, he goes out, aims, but sadly misses. Now it's pretty much only heat. He has 12 heat left and then 3 each. And the enemy is still camping. It's the E75 camping in the base. And at this point, Joshi is just waiting for that E75 to push up. And the ISU and T30 cannot really do too much. He aims for the turret, goes straight through him. As I said, heat is pretty damn powerful. 330 pen. You can pretty much go through anything with that. So at this point, Waffle Tracker and the M48 pattern are both 1-shots. He's going straight for this M48 pattern. He aims, but the M48 pattern gets away with that. And now he is using the advantage of zooming out. He's just waiting until the M40 falls back, then he can push up. E25 is pushing up as well. T30, I see, not really doing much. And right now, the last thing Joshi wants is to get a shot from the M40 pattern. The E25 is a hero and takes that shot, but sadly, he does not aim his shot and just completely bounces. So that really sucks. But now he can flank the Waffentrager, so in that way, it's good. M40 pattern kills the E25. So now he's pretty much alone against the Waffentrager and an M40 pattern. MV gets super lucky here and bounces that Waffentrager shot. He went out with his side, and the Waffentrager still managed to actually bounce that. So that was really lucky by him. Now there's only an M40 pattern left. You cannot really be sure where he's gonna come from. He can come from the right side or he can come from the left side. He's aiming for the right side. He thinks he's gonna come from there. I have no idea. He's coming from left. He realizes that, but he is sadly too late. So yeah, 7,000 damage, 25 shots, ISU, and T30 still camping. I'm gonna go and speed these things up because two to these are pretty slow and I'm not gonna watch this. T30 does not want to move, so it's all up to the ISU to do the moving part. ISU is pushing up to the cap and he's not really going into it. He's just going slowly into the cap. He goes straight into the cap. M40 pattern is not camping. And okay, the M40 pattern could easily have him there. He could easily have him there, but he was like, nah, that's too easy. Let me just give my enemies the win. That was like, he could easily track that IS2 or flank him and then try to cap the base in time. But then again, capping the base takes 3 minutes, so capping the base is not an option. But he can still kill the T30 from there if he gets really lucky. But that RAM is really weird. But yeah, that's the first game. Let's go over to the after battle reports. So here is the after battle report. As you can see, he got Ace Anchor, High Caliber, Top Gun, Confederate, and Defender. A pretty damn awesome game here. He did really a good job in his T-62A, and he did in total almost 8,000 damage, 39 shots fired, 33 hits, and 29 penetrations. He received 8 hits, 4 of them bounced. He blocked 2,000 damage by his armor. That's pretty much his all HP, so that's really good play. And he also got 3,300 damage upon detecting. So, good play by Joshi here, showing off the strengths of the T-62A, DPM, mobility, and armor. As I said, you can bounce some shots, but you cannot always bounce them. He also actually made some money, 34k. So yeah, in general, a pretty damn awesome game here. But yeah, let's go over to the second game. So here is the second replay. As you can see, I'm playing on Pearl River. It's a standard battle, and I really like this map. This map isn't too bad for medium tanks or heavy tanks. After they improved the map, putting roads in the middle, I usually go down there. I don't really go elsewhere anymore. I don't go right side, I don't really go left side. I usually go down here. So, almost tracked myself there. Clap to myself, GG. Almost didn't track, so that was great play by me. And the first thing I want to do here is push up and be the first guy spotting the people going up here. That was my intention at first. As you can see, going uphill with this tank, it's pretty normal. It isn't too fast, but it isn't too slow. Pretty damn good for a medium tank. Try to put a shot into the 121, but sadly completely missed that and hit the ground. Aim for his controller, shoot, but sadly bounce. IS3 comes out like a bounce. Puts a really nice shot into the stream. And I'm gonna go back out because I know his real time is 8 seconds, meaning I can put a shot into him and get away with that. And like I said before in the first replay, knowing your people's real time or your enemy's tank's real time is a big advantage. And there we go. I push on this 121. 121 panics and go straight into the enemies. That was really bad play. I think he just needed to fall back and then he could have a chance winning against me, but he did not do that. Now we have the T-54 all for ourselves, and he has no idea we're right behind him. He is in a complete tunnel vision at this point. He cannot really do too much. I ram him, and then he finally noticed me, but he's pretty much too late. And yeah, there we go. 2 minutes in, 2k damage. Lovely, lovely little start here. Mouse is pushing up, Waffle Tracker is pushing up. I put a shot into the mouse, and I completely fall back. Waffle Tracker is aiming for me. I do not want to deal with that. I put a shot into his side, and Waffle Tracker is pretty much going for the suicide here. I go for his tracks and do damage at the same time, and then he gets killed by the E5. Now, there's only a mouse in the way here. Put a shot into his tracks. I was aiming for his lower plate, but I got a track shot, so I'm still cool with that. Aim for his lower plate, pen, and I realized we have a lot of tanks here. We should push. There is no point of me just staying back, so I just go straight for the push, go for this mouse, aim for his back, and now he's pretty much done. His game is over. He cannot really handle a lot of tanks, and yeah, there we go. 4k damage, aim for the back of his turret, and he gets killed by the E5 again. So at this point I had two decisions, going into a lot of tanks. Also had a shot on the MS-5100s, but sadly I missed. And yeah, like as you can see, a lot of tanks here, and only one E100 there. So my intention was going left because more HP there, so I could do more. Like at first I was like, let's go right, but I was like, you guys can deal with that. I'm gonna go for the more HP part because I like having more damage. Get an ass shot or side shot on this leopard, but sadly I miss. Leopard keeps on pushing into the wall. AMX-100s pushes the wall, but I sadly do a critical hit and do no damage. Leopard is pushing into nothing. He's pushing into his dead, trying to get away from me, but he cannot really do that. At this point, I am not really too scared. I still have 1.5k HP left. Great DPM, great mobility, and great armor. Means I can be very, very aggressive at this point. There's a Fage there. I know there's a Leopard. So the first thing I want to do here is kill the lowest HP, and that's pretty much the Yak Tiger. Aim for him, aim for his side. Not really sure how I penned that. That did not really look like a pennable shot, but I'd take it. Aim for the Fage, track him, and he repairs. I fall back, aim for his cupolar, and that's what I mean, like, having this kind of power, like, DPM, like, if you have DPM and great accuracy and good pen, the enemy is gonna, or panic most of the times, or just not really able to do much against you. And yes, here we go, another shot into him. Then the light tank comes out of nowhere, kill him. Fosh is like, I'm gonna push in as well now. But misses completely, aim for his lower plate, hit him. Then I realized, okay, this is not going as I planned. Put a shot into his side, and I know he's now a one shot. I go into his side, aim for his top, but sadly I miss completely. And I'm just trying to get his gun away from me, so I try to shoot again, but I completely bounce. Then two tanks attack me, Leopard in the side as well. Kill the Fosh, go straight for the Leopard. The only way of me surviving this is to show off my turret armor. And this is what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna hug this guy to his dead. As simple as that. Put a shot into him, but sadly I bounce. And at this point I was realizing, okay, this is not going as I planned. I need to bounce the next shot. And I'm just going backwards and forwards, and yeah, sadly I did not bounce the last shot, but I still do 7k damage and a pretty awesome game in general. So yeah, that's the second game. Let's go over to the after battle reports. So here are the after battle reports. You can see I got Ace Anchor, High Caliber, and Confederate. A pretty awesome game. I really enjoyed this. Pretty aggressive game. The game is over in 5 minutes, as you can see. That's what I mean, guys. I like playing aggressive, and when I can play aggressive and pick up a lot of damage at the same time, then it's a win-win situation for me. Because playing passive is a way to go. Like, you can still pick up a lot of damage by playing passive, but I'm just more of that aggressive guy. I like going in, taking shots, doing damage, and for me it works pretty much better. 38 shots fired, 31 hits, 7 shots missed sadly, and 3 of them bounced. Also got 2,300 damage upon detecting. And also earned 25k. Didn't really earn too much because auto resupply ammunition, that cost me a lot. Then repairs for the vehicle cost me a lot as well. And then a large repair kit. So yeah, didn't really make too much money. But 25k is still profit. So, awesome game. Let's go over to the third one. So, here is the third battle. As you can see, I'm playing on Westfield. We don't really have a big chance to win here, but I'm not giving up. I don't give up that easy. I still try to fight and get as much damage as I can, as I usually do. Most of the time, I never give up, but at some situations where I'm just frustrated, then yeah, at some points you just like kill me. I'm out of here. I don't like this. And as you can see, the matchup is actually pretty damn amazing. A lot of tier 8s, a couple of tier 10s, and a couple of tier 9s means we can have a big role here if we play our tank right. Also, the enemy has 1 tier 9 more. I'm not sure how that works, but okay. Thanks, Wargaming, for this matchmaking. Really appreciate it. And the first attention is going to the village. The village is a pretty good spot. Not really good for medium tanks, but it's pretty damn good for heavy tanks and stuff like that. Put a nice shot on the leader to miss on the leopard, sadly. Aim for him again. I know my DPM is pretty good. Shoot him, get hit by something in the back from here. Bounce a T-32 shot. Try to shoot him, but I sadly miss. And now I'm just pushing up, trying to find a position where I cannot take a lot of damage. Aim for the T-32, but I sadly miss again. And at this point, I'm just trying to find a position. I don't really know where to go at this point. I'm like confused. Get shot by the leopard there, or I think it's the leopard. I don't think it's something else. And at this point, I was like, okay, Tim, you're playing too aggressive. I know you like playing aggressive, but this is just too aggressive, and you cannot really do. Like, you're not gonna survive this if you play too aggressive. So at this point, I realized that, and I was like, okay, let's rethink our options here. What are our options? I was looking at this side of the map, and that really looked tempting to go down there. So I was like, okay, later on I can try to push up there because our team is not really doing much up there, and I'm not really doing much up here. So at this point I was like, okay, let's just go down there and see what we can do. And our team is doing so far pretty good. They're not doing too bad. Trying to get a shot into the ice tree, but sadly I have no shots. Do the same thing with the other two, but he's behind the house, so I cannot get a shot, sadly. Our ice tree gets killed, and at this point I was not really feeling it right, you know, because first we have a 2-7 here doing something weird. Like, there is no point of him being up here. Being here will be a better plan. Same thing for the Eastern U5. They're being in the open, being completely useless. Don't really understand that, but again, it's their choice. They can do whatever they want. So, I'm pushing up. I know I can use this position here where I'm completely held down and they can only shoot my turrets. So, I'm just trying to find this position where I can be in here. I know there's an E4. I aim for his turret, shoot, pen without any problems whatsoever. E4 sees me, but he gets shot in the side by the Carnarvon. I go out again, trying to aim for his turret, but I lost my gun depression, so I completely fall back again. Look at the E4. E4 is not aiming for me, means I can push up again. He shoots, me knowing he's gonna reload for the next 17 seconds, means I can put 2 shots into him and kill him. First shot goes in, second shot goes in as well, no problems. IS-3 gets spotted. I was like, let me take that as well, no problems. There we go. 2 kills, easy kills, not a big problem. Now, here is a big problem. A VK and a 1-3. A VK is pretty hard to pen. 1-3 on the other hand, you can pen that pretty simple if you know where to shoot. Sadly, I bounced the side turret shot on the 1-3 there. That was bad play by me. Aim again for his turrets, but I don't really have a shot, sadly. And at this point, I was like, okay, what am I gonna do here? How can I win this situation? And I realized I have 5 gold left, means I can pretty much pen the Fiki without any problems whatsoever. So I go for him, put a shot into his lower plate, no problems, pen that, 360 damage, great shot, and I know he's gonna reload for the next 13 seconds, I mean I can put a couple of shots into him. Not really scared of this guy. Put another shot into him. I only got 2 gold left, and that's more than enough for me. And that's what I mean, like, having 5 golds or having from 5 to 10 gold is more than enough. You don't need more than that. You really don't need more than that. And now it's only AP. Aim for his lower plate is, as you can see, I bounce. That's why I was using gold in the first place, because the fake cane is really, really hard to pen. I penned that, and now it's only 1 of 3. But the 1 of 3 is not even paying attention to me. Put a shot into his side turret. I see that he shot, means I can pretty much kill him from here. Put a shot into his side, and now he's only a 1 shot or 2 shots if I get a lower heal. Aim for his side turrets. I know I can pen that, or side cheek. I can easily pen that without any problems. He shoots the ground and pretty much gives me the kill here. So at this point, this side is pretty much ours. There's only a Carnarvon left, but he is completely stuck, as you can see on his HP. I'm not sure where the Waffle Trigger is, and that's the biggest concern at this point. I have no idea where the Waffle Trigger is, and he has these 6 shots all over, and we do not like that. We really don't. I get shot in the side by something. I'm not sure what it is, but I keep on going on this Carnarvon. Carnarvon gets killed by the 1 of 3, and I realize I need to push up here because there is something shooting me in the back. I'm not sure what it is. It's maybe a Leopard, maybe a T-62A, maybe... No, T-62A is actually right there, never mind. But yeah, at this point, I don't want to play too aggressive because I have 1000 HP. I can take some shots, but if I meet the Waffle Trigger, he can just 2-shot me. Or if he gets unlucky, he will just 3-shot me, but still. He's gonna kill me before I can kill him. But then again, as you guys know me, I'm not a passive player, so I just YOLO for it. Get this SU, go for his side immediately, put a shot into his side, and keep him away from me. Borsig gets spotted as well. Put a shot into the SU. Borsig bounces, meaning I can push up completely on this SU now. And I'm just showing my frontal armor to the Borsig because I know he can do the full damage. Using large repair kit, Borsig gets really unlucky and does only 420 damage. And from here, I pretty much got him. I go for the tracks, do auto-aim because I'm lazy. And now he's pretty much done. His turret is way, way too slow. It means he's never going to catch up with me. He catches up in here, but he completely misses. Not misses, but bounces. And he pretty much gives me the zombie. So at this point, I was pretty pumped up. I was like, okay. We are low HP, we are 1 shot, we do not want to die, we want to get more damage. So, the best thing we can do is wait until the Leopard is dead. After that, we can pre-aim for the position up there, because the Borsig is probably going to be up there, just sitting there doing nothing, because TDs, that's what they do. So, I'm just ready to shoot the Waffle Trigger. I'm waiting until somebody can actually spot him. The FCM is pushing up, so he will probably spot him in a second. I'm pre-aiming on the position he will probably be in. He gets spotted, put a nice shot into his side. Only 299 damage, but still a nice little roll. Aim for his side slash back, but I bounced that. And yeah, that's what I mean. Like, look at this DPM. He cannot handle my DPM. And yeah, 1 more shot, and he is out. 7 kills, pretty awesome game. Let's go over to the after battle report. So here's the after battle report. As you can see, I had a pretty damn awesome game there. Ace Tanker, Spartan, High Caliber, Top Gun, and Steel Wall. I really, really enjoyed that game. 1.3k basic speed, 36 shots fired, 34 hits, only missed twice, only bounced 5 times, and with 29 shots penetrated, I did 7,954 damage. I also blocked 2,500 damage by my armor, and in general, I pretty much had an amazing game there. Didn't make any money whatsoever because I shot gold, used my large repair kits, and my repairs on the tank itself, they do cost a lot. So didn't really make much money, but I really, really enjoyed that game. But yeah, that's pretty much T-62A review. If you did like it, please leave a like, subscribe, and comments. Also, guys, in the description below, I will put a poll, a straw poll, for the next review. You can actually choose which review I'm gonna do next. It's gonna be between the Type 61 and the WZ-132. So after this video, go scroll down below and look at the straw poll and just click on which tank you want to see next as in the review. But yeah, that's pretty much the review. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.